Hey everyone, I wanted to start a wardrobe declutter, but I tend to declutter a little bit slowly, like over several days. And so you're going to see several different versions of myself throughout this video. I'm trying to move towards a more considerate closet, hence the name of my blog. And so for the past few years, I've been toying with these ideas of intentionality, being considerate, thinking about sustainability, thrifting, all of those things. And so I've been moving in that direction very slowly. This hasn't been a giant purge. This hasn't been, a massive shift in a couple of days. This has been going on for a long time. And so today I wanted to bring you along with me with an intentional closet declutter that's going to span over several days. And I say several days because I tend to declutter in a very, fluid, slow way. I guess slow and steady wins the race, right? And so I'm standing in front of my closet. It's got hanging space that it's about like 110 centimeters, so like a meter long of hanging space, and I use wooden hangers, so they're kind of thicker than the traditional hanger. And I do have a dresser that houses a few things. So I'm going to give you a tour of my closet, tour of my dresser, so you know what we're working with. This is an overview of my hanging space. So I have some skirts and pants hanging on the side here. I color coordinate, so then I moved black, lighter colors, nudes and pinks. Obviously I like this color story here. And then I have a few outerwear options, but I do have outerwear options in my front coat closet, spare hangers, and then I have a handful of summer items that are tucked into the back. In terms of my dresser, I have bras in here, and I have one swimsuit, and then I have underwear and tights in here. And then in here, I house my workout clothes. So I have like leggings and workout pants, and then I have bras and workout tops. One sweater dress. This is a scarf, so I have one camel scarf and one black one, and the camel one I'm wearing more right now, so that one's here. And then this is a handful of tops and stuff that don't need to be hung up. And then here I keep my socks and pajamas. So I have taller crew style socks, I have ankle socks, 2 sweatpants, 1 Christmas sweater, and then I normally have 7 pajama tops here, but obviously I've worn a few, so those are my pajama tops. The first step in my decluttering process is to focus on what I enjoy and what I really like in my clothing. So I do this by usually writing a list, but I'm obviously going to show you guys as well. But I think through what are the qualities and characteristics of clothing that I find myself gravitating towards. The colors, the textures, the shapes, the fit, what are the things that I really enjoy? So I'll show you a few of those things right now. One example of something I enjoy is this color. So obviously I have similar items in the same color because this is a color that I gravitate towards. So for example, I have a linen dress in this color. I have a shirt jacket in this color, one that I recently purchased, which you can see in my blogs, and I have a workout jacket in this color. They all serve different purposes. They're not the exact same type of item that I would wear in the same kind of situation. They're all worn in different scenarios, but the one thing that kind of transcends all those scenarios is that I like wearing this color. Another characteristic that I like in my clothing is linen. So I pulled out all of my linen pieces, and they're also kind of spanning different categories. So I have a linen skirt, the dress I showed you before, linen tops. I like button downs. That's another thing that I enjoy. So I have, different linen button downs in different shapes and styles, like this one too. So linen is one of those items that I really like, or one of those characteristics I like, purely for breathability. I feel like I normally get really, hot and sweaty in the summers, so I love linen for breathability. And it also, I have sensitive skin, and linen never irritates my skin. So I find that this is a type of fabric that I gravitate towards because I feel really comfortable in it. Next up is the type of neckline. I'm most comfortable in a crew neckline. I don't really like showing my chest or my back, So I tend to have items that are higher neck and that cover my back. So across all categories, I'll have higher necked items because I feel more comfortable in them. The only section where I get a little bit more crazy is for summer clothes. So as you can see here, this is the brightest area of my closet. And it's because I tend to feel more comfortable in neutrals and I find it easier to mix and match, so it's less stress figuring out an outfit. So I have a few different summer dresses. I've got like a plaid one. I've got this really pretty red summer wrap top. Other than that, these are all dresses though, so I tend to go for a dress because that means I won't need to match it with anything, so it makes it that much easier. Step 2 in my decluttering process, after figuring out everything that I really enjoy, all the characteristics that make clothing something that I gravitate towards, I then look at kind of my categories of life and what I need for what scenarios. So I think this topic is really well addressed by Dawn from her channel, A Minimal Mom. So I don't remember the exact video, but I'll link her channel below. And it's this idea of looking at, okay, like I spend X amount of days per week in the office. I spend X amount of days, working from home. And what different types of outfits I need. Do I need fancy outfits? Do I need casual outfits? And so that'll help me determine the size or the amount of clothing in each category that I would like. Other thing that I want to mention when talking about these categories is that I am very much like a category merger. I don't have at-home clothes that I only wear at home just for lounging. It's really everything that I wear is something that I want to be able to go out in, run errands in. I wouldn't care if someone knocked on my door and I had to open it. That's just like my personality and my preference. I've pulled out all of my bottoms and I've divided them into those categories. And so you can see over here, I have bottoms that I could wear to work. This is a pencil skirt. The rest are pants. But like this pair of pants and this pair of pants are items that I would also wear casually or going out. And then in terms of going out, I have a couple of skirts and a pair of leather leggings. But these are also items I could wear to work. I then have, this is my workout category, and so I have 4 pairs of leggings and 1 pair of shorts. And then finally over here, in terms of my casual wear that I would also wear going out, I have 1 pair of jeans. I have the jeans I'm wearing right now, and then I have a skirt and a pair of shorts. The other thing that you'll notice here is that I'm combining all of our seasons. So while this pair of pants is more of a winter option, I also have skirts, I have, shorts, and so these are summer options. So these would be my bottoms for all year round, essentially. And I'm going to be doing that in every category. I don't do capsules for each season, and so I like to see what I have year round. In terms of all those bottom options, I'm okay with all of those options just because they do fit within how many days a week I'd be doing those activities. So I have enough leggings or workout wear for those 3 to 5 days. I have 3 pants that I could wear to work and a skirt, which seems like a lot, but if I do go back full time, then that would be an appropriate amount. And then 2 of those 3 pants are items I would wear in other occasions as well. So all of those numbers for bottoms I'm comfortable with. I'd also like to mention I didn't put them on the bed, but I have 2 pairs of jeans that I didn't put on the bed because they're not real options for me right now. So what I mean by that is that they're a little bit tight. These are items that I'm going to put in kind of a probationary quarantine bin for a bit because maybe I would fit back into them and I don't want to get rid of them yet because I do really enjoy them, but they're just not options for me right now. My tops don't end up falling in distinct categories, so instead of doing it by type of occasion I'd wear it, since, I can wear these for multiple occasions, I've organized it by type so that I can see how much of each I really have. And so here you can see all of my blouses. All of the ones on this side are long sleeve, and then the ones on this side I have a 3/4 sleeve and a short sleeve. And so you can see I have quite a few long sleeves, maybe that's too much, and then these two, I think that's totally fine. So in terms of button-down or blousey tops, I have my definite yeses, which are this floral wrap one. This one I feel so good in. So this one's a definite. I wear it every season. I also have this one, which actually used to be a dress, and then I cropped it to become a top just because I felt I would wear it more often that way, and I am really excited to wear it this summer. And then the last one, which I've worn for several years, is this white linen, it's kind of blown out, but white linen button down, and I wear it year after year. So those three are my definite yeses, and then my maybes are actually quite a few. So it's these four, and I've actually worn and loved all these tops, so it's not that they're no good, but I just want to see how they go in terms of versatility, especially with my work pant options. One thing that I struggle with is that I purchase things I really enjoy, but I don't always think about how it goes with every other item in my wardrobe. So these are items I would want to try on and test out with different bottoms to make sure that they're all versatile enough for me. So these will go into a maybe category, and I'll do that kind of testing phase later on. So now I've laid out all of my tank tops, bodysuits, I have my workout tops, and then I have two long sleeves. I'm wearing one and one is in the wash as well. So let's start with tanks. So here you can see two racerback tanks. I've got a high neck, a cami. This is also kind of a cropped, that's the Skims scoop neck one, and then one flowy one. And so all of these tanks I am totally okay with. They all serve different purposes and I enjoy all of them. In terms of bodysuits though, I have four. So I have 3 tanks and then 1 t-shirt bodysuit. And I would say I got the Fits Everybody one, and then this one I'm not sure about. So the Fits Everybody is really comfortable by Skims. This is an older Aritzia bodysuit. You can see that it's kind of a muscle tank style. But the reason why this one is a little bit more iffy is just because the material is very synthetic and not breathable, and it's a little bit maybe tight in the torso. So this is an item that I would wear and try to see how I feel throughout the day. And then in terms of workout tanks, I'll sometimes wear a sports bra as a workout tank and then throw on one of the racerbacks. So those kind of merge categories too. But I have 1, 2 sports bras and then 4 workout tanks. Like I said, I would be working out 3 to 5 days a week, so that means I have 1 extra in this category. And I actually don't enjoy this one. It's by Lululemon, but it's a little bit see-through where it's not lined, and so this one I don't gravitate towards as much. And I'm also not a fan of the material of this one. It's a really nice tank top, and I like that the back has kind of a back detail like this. However, I'm not a fan of the Nulu fabric because I don't find it as durable as maybe some of the other Lululemon fabrics. So this is actually a surprising category. So these are my sweaters. I have a crew neck, a kind of like half zip, a hoodie, and then a full zip. This one will eventually get decluttered because, like I said, it's the Lululemon Nulu fabric and it shows a lot of wear. I wear this at least once a week and I wash it once a week because, yes, I get sweaty. And this fabric is already showing wear, so I don't know how long it'll last. I actually only have 1 t-shirt, so this is a surprising kind of discovery, and I think a t-shirt or a couple t-shirts is definitely something that is a need, and I think I would want something more fitted so it could go with a little bit, you know, like mom jeans and stuff. And then I actually brought out my long sleeves better because I forgot this one. So I have, this is like a crew neck sweater type of long sleeve. This is a cotton one and I'm wearing the other one. And then this one is a little bit loose. These are all of my more, I guess, casual dresses, but I'd also wear a lot of these to work. Just, they're not formal wear in any case. So you can see over on the end here, I have 1 sweater dress. And this one is actually something that I do want to try on. It's a maybe because I want to know how it works with my outerwear. Since it is a sweater dress, I'd be wearing it when it's cooler and I want to make sure it works with that. Then in terms of dresses with sleeves, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can tell that I enjoy kind of a little bit of a flutter sleeve. And then one is 3/4 length. I would definitely wear some of these to work. I work in a more casual office, but specifically like this one and these two. Depending, I don't know, I'm short, so these aren't too short on me, except this one's a little bit of a more flirty style. So I'm cool with all of these dresses. I pretty much always wear dresses in the summer. Like I mentioned, I only have one pair of shorts, so not a lot of options there. And over here you can see my 2 sleeveless options. So this one's more of a bodycon style dress and it has a built-in bra, so that's really nice. I love that it's high neck and it has a high back. But this one is actually a thrift mistake. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's got some damage to it in the seams. It's kind of pulling apart, and it's also backless, which I mentioned that I don't love showing my back. And so I think this is something that I'm going to pass on because the color's not really my style. It's backless and it's not in the best conditions. So I think this one is something I'm going to let go. Okay, I'm not sure if this is translating as black, but in terms of formal wear, I have 3 black options. And so I wouldn't necessarily only wear this to super formal occasions, even like a bit of a nicer dinner I would wear them to. So I have one silky dress, which I like, but I need to wear it more, to be honest. Because of the pandemic, I've definitely not worn it. I used to wear it casually too with like a t-shirt. Then I have, this is like the dress I always wear. It's like a mini. I got it tailored to be the perfect length, and it has kind of a wrap feature, and the v-neck is not too low. And then this is another maybe. So it's kind of got an apron square neckline and it's got wide legs, but I'm just worried because first of all, the wide legs might go out of style, but it's also kind of a backless tie option. So I actually think this one I'm going to try on and see how I feel because I'm not sure it's the most versatile. Obviously, you can see here that outerwear is like my favorite category. I love jackets and blazers, and so this is definitely something I can reduce, but I also know myself and I probably can't reduce it. So let's talk us through it. So I've got a flowy trench coat that is very lightweight and a little bit of a thicker one that is more of a traditional tailored trench. Both thrifted, love both of them. Then in terms of like outerwear slash cardigans, like these are things that I would still wear inside, but they can still be outerwear too. This is a long duster cardigan and I really like the material. This is a new one from Winners and it's kind of like a short shirt jacket style item. This is like a kimono cardigan, but like combined with a blazer, and it's black. And then I have 3 long line double-breasted blazers in black, camel, and this, what's it called? Beige. So I love them all. Don't think I can get rid of. I have one leather moto jacket. I have a long black rain jacket. This is like a rain jacket, lightweight jacket, which this is a contender to go. I'll try it on. I'll put it in my maybe pile. And then this is like a puffer kind of athletic jacket, which may also be a contender to go because I can only wear like tight things underneath and might not be as versatile, but I do like wear it and like it. So, you know, that's a maybe. And then I have 2 winter coats. I have a camel coat and then like a puffer real winter jacket. Those are both staying. 2 winter coats is good for me. That's the first pass out of everything. And so now I have a huge pile of maybes of items that I want to try on with different outfits or items that I want to wear for a day and see how I feel. Some things I want to mention about decluttering your closet a little bit more intentionally and maybe slower than, you know, a one-day massive purge would be to, not force yourself to make quick decisions. That could cause a lot of anxiety. That's totally understandable. So to do it in the way that I'm doing it, where it's like multiple days and I try out each item, it kind of gives every item that like time to prove themselves, I guess. And then the other thing is to not feel guilty about, the money spent or, the wasting the item. So I could beat myself up over that and like, oh, what a waste of, $15 and like I'm just gonna re-thrift, like donate it back to the same thrift store and like how annoying. But honestly, like we all make mistakes. It's normal and it's not the end of the world. And if we're moving towards shopping more intentionally, whenever you're learning a new habit or learning a new skill, mistakes happen. Like that's how people learn. And then the last thing that I want to mention is that all of these items are going to go to a good home. If it's something that I'm not wearing and I'm not getting use out of and it's in great condition, then like it's actually, I guess you could take it to the mindset of it's like generous and it's a good thing to do to pass it along to someone who's going to love that item. This is the first item that I was considering. It's a wide leg jumpsuit, like I mentioned earlier. I actually really liked it with this top underneath, but ultimately the wide leg just isn't for me. I can't imagine myself wearing it, so this is one of those items that are gonna go. The second item I was considering was this sweater dress. So you can see I tried it on with a few outerwear options, and I ended up really liking it best with the blazer, but I'm still not sure about it. Next up is this kind of gauzy-like button-down top, and I'm actually going to keep this one because it's a little bit of a slimmer fit, and I find that it works both tucked and untucked, so I really like the versatility of this one. While I do truly love this top, I just don't have any bottoms that go with it nicely, so I think this is one that I'm going to put in a maybe quarantine bin for now. I really like the look of this linen top, but the only thing is it is too loose and flowy to wear tucked in, so it's something that I do have to wear as kind of an untucked, loose, flowy top, which makes it more casual in my opinion. So I'm still going to keep it, but it's not as versatile as I thought. Another beautiful linen top that I really love the look of, but the blue tone just doesn't go with my denim currently, and it is super oversized, so I can't really wear it in the office. So I think this one I'm gonna pass along to my mom because I know she'll love it. I wore this kind of muscle type bodysuit for a day, and honestly, the torso is just too short for me. It's not comfortable. So this is one I'm gonna pass on, and I hope it goes to a loving home. This is another amazing Lululemon piece, but honestly, it's just too tight in that hip area. You can see me trying to zip it up. It's just way, way too difficult. And so, purely for the fit factor, this one is going to go to a new home. This is another Lululemon jacket, and I really like the concept behind this. The cropped trench style. I like the kind of darker beige color. However, the sleeves are pretty short, but I do like the overall fit. So I'm not sure if the sleeves are annoying enough for me to get rid of it. So this one I'm still on the fence about. I think I'm going to try it out for a few more days and see how I feel about it. Lastly, we have this kind of open blazer type of shirt jacket. This one I think is a little bit too loose for me, so I'm going to pass it on to my mom. I think she'll love it. I'm back, it's another day, and I just wanted to round off this video. So you've just seen me try on my maybes and kind of make decisions. And so overall, I figured some people like the numbers, so I'm going to give the people what they want. But the numbers don't really matter too much to me. But overall, here's the breakdown. I have about 55 items in my year-round wardrobe, and then in my separate workout category, I have 11 items. And so I feel really good about that. There's been times in the past where I've had less. There's been times that I've had more, but so far, cool with all of those numbers. If we break down how much I've decluttered, I decluttered about 10%. And if we include the items that I'm storing away for, another time in my life, or maybe I'll donate them in the future, those items bring us more to around 20% of my wardrobe. With this slow and steady type of decluttering process, 10 to 20% is, I think, very good. It's not about the speed, it's not about purging everything at once, it's about gradually changing our habits and our mindset, and then shopping more intentionally or not shopping at all so that we're not acquiring more and more and more. And honestly, at this point, there's not really many things that I would want to bring into my wardrobe, but maybe there are some categories that I want to shift around. You know, I could probably do with less dresses and then maybe a couple more t-shirts. But those are not things that are urgent. We're going into summer. I'm sure at the end of summer, I'll declutter some summer items that I just didn't get wear out of, and then I can reevaluate where the gaps are moving into the next season. The last thing that I want to reiterate is that purging or decluttering your closet doesn't have to be, you know, a full day or full weekend event. It doesn't have to be hundreds of items. It doesn't have to be cutting it in half into 50%. The idea really is that change of mindset and becoming more intentional. And so if you're in the process and you've got, I don't know, like 200 items and you declutter 20 items in a few hours, that's a great first step to being more intentional. And then maybe you start to implement tips like the 1 in, 1 out rule, or maybe you do 1 in, 2 out, just so that you're reducing even further. So it's really just breaking those habits gradually and being very kind of honest and gentle with yourself. Some people, it doesn't work like with the giant purge. Some people need that time to break a habit. And so I just encourage you to take it the way that you need to, take it slow if you need to, and don't feel pressured by the way, you know, intentionality and decluttering is shown kind of in media. It can be whatever you want it to be. This is really a tool to help yourself and to make your life better. And so if it's not making your life better, don't do it. It's all up to you, and you dictate how it goes. And so with that being said, just want to thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you next time.